excited tonight to have Llewellyn Middle School come and present on their personalized learning responsibilities and activities that are going on. So at this time, we'll ask them to come to the podium and give us a presentation.
Good evening. I am Mary Charles Galen, principal at Llewellyn Middle School. I appreciate the opportunity to speak in front of you this evening. This is my project manager, Kelly Ripa. And we will begin.
In 2014, Llewellyn Middle School was very excited to begin our journey of personalized learning. We began with more of a blended learning focus, using several models of lab rotation throughout the year. By year's end, we realized, based on the feedback from all stakeholders, that this did not meet the needs of our population.
There were many pockets of great ideas, extraordinary teaching, and innovative practice throughout our building. We took these ideas and joined them with the fundamental elements and beliefs of all our stakeholders, and revised our personalized learning plan to restructure our approach to be more truly personalized and to use technology as a tool rather than the primary avenue of instruction. We now focus on building relationships with all stakeholders and in using these relationships to help us meet the needs of each individual student. Our beliefs of what is most important include obtaining student input through voice and choice, but still providing guidance to our students. We know that they're not quite ready to make all choices by themselves. We also believe and focus on student ownership, letting our students help make decisions and take leadership roles within our building, building relationships with all stakeholders, providing opportunities for additional support or remediation, as well as extension and enrichment opportunities for our students, helping students set goals and be self-advocates, and in incorporating opportunities for students to develop 21st century skills so that they can become ready not only for high school, but for college, career, and life.
Llewellyn Middle School believes that all students learn, but learn differently. Through personalized learning, we are better meeting the needs of each individual learner. Effective communication and trust are fundamental. Positive relationships between all stakeholders is essential. All stakeholders must be supported throughout the shift in learning. We believe firmly that all stakeholders be involved throughout the process. Therefore, it is very important that we communicate and collaborate with all involved. Lastly, everything is a learning opportunity. We know it's okay to make mistakes, have things not go as planned, or to fall flat on our faces. However, we must learn from those and move on. We have a lot of great stuff going on at Llewellyn Middle School. We are so excited to share some of these with you. What I Need days. These days are for students to catch up or accelerate their learning. The WIN Day is scheduled once a week. Students are able to sign up for sessions with the teachers of their choosing. The students are guided by their teachers to ensure that they are making good choices for their WIN Day. Student Voice and Choice offers the students the ability to choose how they will show mastery of the standard, or even tell you how they will show mastery of the standard. Our school is full of teachers who are taking risks and letting go of that control that they are so used to having. They are giving the students more ownership of their learning. Our technology teacher saw the need for an engineering class, so he has now incorporated those standards into his classrooms. Those students have been building robots and have shared their creations with the Sarana School in India. They Skype once a month and with the students there. This semester, they're actually going to be taking a project that the students at the Sarana School have completed and doing that themselves. They will also be competing in a robots competition.
One of our greatest successes that you'll hear more about from teachers and students is our advisory process. The part of it that I'm most excited about is that we have 100% of our students participating and 100% of our certified staff acting as advisors. We have 3 special advisory groups that are based on the data from attendance, behavior, and academics. And in your packet, you have letter A, which is a chart of our behavior group. Of these 15 original students that at 4 weeks into the school year, they had 2 or more behavior referrals just at 4 weeks into school. You can see from looking at that only 5 of these students had any subsequent office referrals after that, and just a few of them had more than 1 additional one. We attribute this to the relationships that we've built with our students, and are very proud of the success. We have similar success with the attendance group and the academic group as well. Another one of our great successes is our MTSS structure. When you hear our students speak today, it's not just the most elite of our students, it's students from all walks of life, from tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 who will be speaking to you today. In our MTSS process, we make sure that our students have opportunities to gain those interventions and supports that they need based on their data and their interests, but also obtain grade level content so they're not missing out on anything to be pulled for intervention. We're really excited about our tier 4 students having grade level content along with their resource classes as well. We have incorporated a lot of student ownership. Our students have great ideas and we're very eager to share them with us. We have students who do everything from filming our presentation today to conducting our morning announcements. And that was an idea that came up with the students. They knew that every day I was late to do the announcements because I was running around the building and doing things. So they came and said, hey, Ms. Stanley, how about we do that for you? And they don't just get on the intercom and speak and read off announcements. They pull up the emails from the teachers that have emailed different things that need to be announced. They correct the grammar and mistakes teachers may have made or go ask questions if there needs to be clarifications. They've even incorporated their own things into it, such as playing inspirational pieces of music and explaining why it's fitting to the theme of the week. They have random acts of kindness where they showcase kindness acts from teachers and students across the building. They've built in trivia questions where students can win prizes, and the joke of the day where students submit jokes and then they read through them and select one to read on the air live in the morning and the afternoon. So we're really excited by the work that they're doing there. Our ID1 class with our students with mild disabilities, they run our concession stand during lunch. And the student who runs that, she manages the books, she takes inventory, she assigns who works where, and she's the toughest person to work for I've ever met. So that's another example of our students learning real life skills, and we're really excited by that work. Our students have created their own service-based projects because they see a need in the community. We had a student who came to us and said, hey, we'd like to do a fundraiser or raise an awareness where we take in socks for the homeless. She did all the work, put the announcement out there, had the box, collected it, and made the contacts in the community to get those items where they needed to be. That was 100% student-driven. Our students worked with our technology teacher with our robotics class in writing a grant, actually going through that grant writing process with him and helping him. And we obtained a grant through Georgia School Grants from U.S. Education TV by ESE Networks that's going to fund a whole new broadcasting and set of technology for our students that we're all really excited about. Our students are on our personalized learning focus team. The students who speak in front of you today, they share their ideas and thoughts and feedback with us, and that's really important. We have shared leadership throughout the building where when we make decisions about personalized learning, it's not just my decision or the administrator's decision or a small group, it's the involvement of everybody, students, parents, teachers, and we have found and been very excited that those who the problem or concern might affect most have the best answers, and that takes a lot off of us, and we work really well together as a team. So there's input from everybody, parents, teachers, and students. Another one of our successes is that we've provided support for all our stakeholders. We've had parent what I need nights that we'll have some parents speak to you about that later, and have had opportunities to provide professional development for our teachers, education for our parents, so that everybody knows as we move through this process what our new goals are and how they can better support our students. But the most important thing at Blue Owl Middle School is the relationships and personal success stories. We have 837 students, and I can't stand here and tell you that I know 837 stories. But I can assure you that some adult at Blue Owl Middle School knows all 837 stories. We know about the student whose mother had a stroke at the beginning of the year, so she's not there at night to check his homework and make sure he has his inhaler packed, ready to go to school. So when he gets to school and has an asthma attack, we know we have to call grandma. We know that sometimes he may not have his homework because he's been at rehab visiting her the night before. We know about the student whose father was shot by his uncle. We know that when he comes to school and is angry that it's not with us and it's not with the student sitting next to class with him. We know that the student who had all A's last year but whose mother passed away from a drug overdose, that her attendance issues that have improved, that went from, I think, 27 absences last year to 5 this year, that's a success. These are the kinds of stories that we know at Blue Owl Middle School, and the information that we use to help make decisions and guide what we do. These are the personal success stories of Llewellyn Middle School. And now I'd like to introduce to you our personalized learning focus team. Like I said, these are students and parents from all areas and teachers from all areas of our school. And they're going to be speaking to you about some more of our great work.
Hi, I'm Chris Thompson. I am the art teacher at Llewellyn Middle School. I've been there for the past 3 years, but I'm also a parent of a current 8th grader, and I've had a student at Llewellyn Middle School attending one or more students there for the past 11 years. So I've seen a lot of changes, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about advisory. I'd like to share with you one of the best personalized learning things that we've done that's impacted our students positively. And advisory is one thing that I've personally seen student impact in my group. Advisory has many components. It supports our school improvement and our personalized learning, and it has a goal of data-driven environment as well as a focus on collaborative relationships. We have project-based learning and personalized learning embedded in all parts. Our certified teachers, all of them have a student group in which all students are participating. During advisory, teachers help students learn to be advocates of their education, as well as develop an advocate for the student who is in the building for that student. This creates a personalized contact for parents and students to help promote educational success and personal success. We've created learning profiles during advisory with each student so they can see how they best learn, as well as share this information with other teachers and their parents. We know that success starts with the mind and is developed through attitude. We are incorporating growth mindset to help students see that taking the easy path is not always what's best for them, and that stretching your brain and even struggling helps make you smarter. Our students are also participating and training in goal setting. As they are challenged to create goals, short and long term, we help them see that their future are steps to accomplish.
I'm Renee Taylor. I teach science at Llewellyn. I'm thrilled to be a part of this group. I've been at Llewellyn since 2002, so I've seen lots of changes. But one of the best things I love about our advisory period is it allows us more time to build relationships and reinforce life skills such as self-advocacy with our students. We're able to talk about the responsibilities of being digital citizens and make those connections with our character education lessons. Early on in the year, we recognized some areas of concern and realized we could address those through the advisory period. As a result of implementing the behavior, attendance, and academic groups, the data has shown a decrease in disciplinary referrals and an increase in students coming to school and passing all of their classes. Another way that we can build relationships with our students is to provide a club day once a month where students are offered the opportunity to select a club of their choice that is sponsored by different teachers and staff so that they can pursue the extracurricular interest that interests them the most.
Hello, my name is Wilson Stone. I'm in the 8th grade. Last year wasn't a great year for me. My grades were low, I got in trouble a lot, and I always had an attitude. I was an ISS or OSS at least 2 times a month. But this year, since I've been put in behavior advisory, I've only gotten in trouble 1 time. Behavior advisory is led by the administrators at my school. We meet Monday through Thursday every week. I feel this advisory helps me with my behavior. My grades came up, my personality has changed. Now I know I can turn to one of the administrators to calm me down and help me out. Also, the teachers are more understanding when I get mad and angry and don't talk to them. So in my eyes, this advisory has helped me in many ways.
Hello, I'm Seth Hart, 7th grade social studies teacher at the Llewellyn Middle School. So in your packet, if you can turn to letter B, there is an example of the parent letter that was sent home and student work from the portfolios for student-led conferences. So to continue the process of students taking ownership of their learning, at Llewellyn Middle School has implemented student-led conferences. So during the advisory periods, what we do is students create a portfolio encompassing 2 pieces of work from each class. 1 piece of work that is challenging to them, and 1 piece of work that they excel at. Students were sent home with a form, the letter you see in your packet, that explained the student-led conference process to the parents and provided time slots in which they could schedule their students' conferences. Now we'll let Ms. Reed speak about her experience with student-led conferences.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Theresa Reed Wilkes, and I'm a parent of a current 8th grader at Llewellyn Middle School. I had previously been involved in student-led conference at Bethlehem Elementary, although this was approximately 3 years ago. One of the biggest differences that I've found between the two is that at Llewellyn Middle School, it is mainly technology-based, and this is a great way. Although my son had a binder when we met for our conference with his portfolio and examples of his work to date, the fact that he was able to access his progress report and his grades online made it easier for him to facilitate the conference between us. Also, he explained that he would be discussing his progress, which he did. He showed me samples of his work that he considered his best and those that he didn't consider his best work. We discussed his shortfalls and the few frustrations that he had and the areas in which he felt he needed help. We also discussed the informative ways in which he planned to improve those areas in which he was having issues. And he was really excited. He was excited about the fact that he was able to choose between Edgeunity and textbook learning. And the fact that his students, they're able to choose their own personal trajectory and able to take ownership of what their education is going to be all about. I do believe that the conference gives the student a sense of empowerment while holding them accountable for their work progress. And I also feel that my son understands the responsibilities of claiming ownership for his education. There was also no discrepancy between the online work that we looked at and the physical paperwork that was sent home from the school. And that was really good because it showed me a consistency in what was taking place. The follow-up after the conference with the grades and progress report in the paper format also helped to further reinforce the information that he had imparted to me at this conference. It also helped me in a visual manner, in that in case I had further inquiries, I was able to utilize his paperwork progress and go online and pull that also and compare the two. I do believe that this is a great direction for the students, the parents, and the educators. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Janice Wright, and I teach science at Llewellyn, 8th grade science. At the beginning of the school year, we started station rotations as part of our personalized learning model. And through this, students were transitioning from station to station within the classroom. However, it made some students go to these stations without really needing to be there. They already mastered the standard or the skill at a particular station, but teachers as well as students felt that they had to go to each station. Well, with a lot of teachers' observations and students' data, we realized that we needed to change the way the station rotation model was operating. With that being said, we renamed it from station rotation to collaborative learning centers. And with the learning collaborative centers, students were provided, or still are, provided the opportunity to actually be able to collaborate with their colleagues and with their peers and with the teachers alike, in a sense that it gives the opportunity to implement and practice the 4 C's that we're trying to get them ready with the 21st century skills.
Hi, my name is Victoria Hunt, and this is my 10th wonderful year at Llewellyn Middle School, and I teach 8th grade math and Georgia Studies. With our model, teachers do have the autonomy in implementing personalized learning based upon students' needs as well as the resources that we have. Our playlists that help guide learning are indeed coming to fruition now, and if you return to letter C in your packet, you can actually see some of the playlists that have been developed by the teachers from each content area. As the teachers develop those playlists, they ensure that they are standards-based, they're competency-based, as well as as data-driven by our pretest, all of which are in place to make sure that each of the students are getting their needs met. In our playlist, there are options for mastery, which incorporate students to have voice and choice. And of course, teachers are helping to ensure that the students are making good choices. Therefore, in a sense, we do have what you say veto power, because we want to make sure that they are choosing ways to that are challenging and a variety of ways to ensure that they are mastering those standards. As mentioned earlier, technology has played a huge role, which allows us to tailor a playlist for each individual student. So to speak to you more about voice and choice and how it works at Llewellyn Middle School, we have Taylor Paris and Zaria Jenkins.
Hi, I'm Taylor Pierce, and I'm an 8th grader at Llewellyn Middle School. Voice is expressing how you want to learn and showing mastery of the standard you're learning. In my classes, I use voice to decide what I want to produce to show mastery of a standard. I can also use voice to choose if I want to go to small groups or choosing if I want to work on my playlist backwards by doing the project before taking notes. I talked with a few 6th and 7th grade students, and they basically said they did the same thing 8th graders use their voice for. Most kids are tired of the old poster and PowerPoint projects, so the 8th grade teams have created the Great Idea page, which gives students new ideas for presenting our projects and showing mastery of standards. That is on the last page in your map. It feels great to have a voice because we as students have opportunities to say what we want. Hi, I'm Zaria Jenkins, and I am a 6th grader at Llewellyn Middle School. Using choice in our school is choosing who to work with, when it will be due, where can it be done, and how we will show mastery. You can choose to work with a teacher in a small group or working with a group. You may need headphones for an educational video, or you may need a textbook to answer questions in the study lab. You also have the choice to work on project-based learning or take a test if you're ready. You have the choice on Friday for where I need to go to whatever class and subject you need in order to succeed. Some things that 7th and 8th graders do the choice are working with a teacher in a small group if they need extra help, or working in the libraries and hallways to have a quieter setting. They also have the choice to choose how they show mastery of the skill.
Hi, I'm Mary Kay Harris. I'm the media specialist at Llewellyn Middle School. In order to meet the needs of individual students at our school, we have set aside one day a week when our students can choose to work on what they feel like they need to work on the most. We call those win days, what I need. Teachers collaborate, teachers look at student data, and they conference with students to determine what those opportunities need to look like on those days. Once they've done that, they give students the opportunities to sign up for what they feel that they need to work on. However, we do have to support them in those decisions, and as they become better decision makers and they become better advocates for their own learning, then we are able to let them take a much greater role in doing that. Our first student that would like to share with you is Nathaniel, and he's going to come and tell you how WIN helps him.
My name is Nathaniel Rokoki, and I am in the 6th grade in Llewellyn Middle School. WIN helps me work on what I need most. I can work in a small group to help me improve my knowledge of that standard. You get to pick less. You get to ask more questions than usual, so you can know more about that standard. And that's how you can prove that you can retake a test if you need retaking.
Yeah. What do you do, what do teachers do to make sure that you're in the right place?
Well, just like a presidential veto, teachers can take you off the sign-up list for a class. For example, if your reason is not good enough, like you're making your wrong choice in classes, you don't need to do a small group anymore, then they can bring you to another another class that you have work to do in?
And now we have Andrew who wants to share with you.
Hello, my name is Andrew Fraser, and I am a 7th grader at Luella Middle School. Most of the time, I use what I need Fridays to excel in my classes or to get ahead in the work, in those specific subjects. Sometimes I go to the same classes a few weeks in a row during the week, just because there is so much stuff to do and so much content to get ahead in. Although sometimes I've seen that there is a particular issue with when I see that people like to sign up with their friends instead of going where they need to go. But I've also realized that that is not as black and white as the classes are put up. I also learned that you need to be able to talk to your teachers to tell them that you need to be in that class in order to defend your learning in order to succeed. Recently, our counselors have added a tool called the Career Exploration. I was interested in learning more about forensic science, and the tool will help me do that. The tool allowed me to follow around the forensic scientist during his day on the job, and it also explained to me what I needed to do in order to acquire this job and all of the college requirements and such like that. The tool also includes an interactive question system that uses things from the video to quiz you what you just learned. It was really intriguing and I liked that.
And Andrew's a great example of why it's so important to have dialogue with our students and let them have input so that we can understand when they're hitting roadblocks and that we're able to remove those roadblocks from them.
Luella Middle School made changes to our curriculum night model to make it more student-driven. Students in each subject and each grade level created a tri board that showcased their work on all of their academic classes and in connections classes. They presented their work to all the parents that stopped by their booth. They shared the work they had done, they showed their parents their playlists, and explained the curriculum that they were learning. We also offered a What I Need night for parents. We surveyed parents to find out what information they would like to know about Luella Middle School and personalized learning. Parents were able to choose from 3 options: technology, competencies, and what personalized learning is at Luella Middle School. And now we have Ms. Fraser to share her experiences at both of these nights.
Hi, I'm Carolyn Fraser. I am the parent of 7th grade Andrew Fraser at Luella Middle School. And my husband and I attended both the What I Need night and curriculum night. And What I Need essentially was, we found the the faculty's opportunity to share with us what WIN was actually all about so that we could support our students and make sure they use it as, appropriately needed. So they just kind of explained all the tools and talked more about the personalized learning aspect of it and how, there are a plethora of different tools that can be used and based on what worked best for your child and what they need, what areas where they needed support that could be used. So we found that very helpful. And curriculum night was fantastic. The kids this was the first time where we went, and that is exactly what it was. The kids stood in front of the tri-boards and they had examples of their work up on the boards and they explained in detail, sometimes too much detail, but that's a good thing because we want our students to be engaged in what they're doing, and a lot of times, your kids are kind of like, and these kids were so excited, and they talked about what they did. They went into detail about their subject matter, and the teachers were sitting on the side to, give them, kind of prompt them if they forgot something, and that didn't really happen. The teachers were just kind of sitting there, and we were kind of almost laughing because the kids were so excited to be talking about what they're doing, and that was kind of new, and it was very cool. And another cool thing was the students had the opportunity, they volunteered to do performances in the gym while curriculum night was happening in the commons area. The kids volunteered to do whatever they wanted in terms of entertainment for the parents and for the people who were there. And so some kids played piano, some kids sang. My child and his best friend did a ukulele
to give you some reflections.
Hi, my name is Janet Harris. I'm the parent of 3 8th graders. They're triplets, so just to clear that. We were with Luella Middle when they started their personalized learning process in the year 2014. So last year, as 7th graders, it began with a lot of excitement with the promise of personalized learning. The excitement soon dwindled away. Again, this was last year. As I watched my children go from students who loved school to students who came home in tears. They were spending most of their day on a computer with little to no interaction with or collaboration with the teachers or other students at the school. Their grades were falling and we were just continuously told, it's all part of the process. It'll be fine. It was hard to watch them watch the struggle that they were going through, knowing that there was very little that I could do to help them. They begged me not to make them go to school. They even wanted to change schools, which we seriously considered. After many changes were made last year and then this year at the school, we decided to keep them there, and we're glad we did. We have seen major changes, the number one being that my children are happy and excited about learning again and going to school. They want to go to school again, as much as 13-year-olds can. I also see them being given choices in how they learn and also how they show mastery of the standards that they're being taught. There's a lot more communication, not just between the teachers and parents, but more importantly between the teachers and students. My children know what they're learning and how they are performing, and they come home and communicate that with me a lot. So we're very happy with the changes that have been made.
Hello, my name is Tina LaValle. I am a parent of a 6th grader, a 7th, she's 8th grade this year. She was 7th grade last year, and a 9th grader who was 8th grade last year. So my schedules are really crazy. Last year, with the online learning, I too went through the frustration with my kids coming home, crying, stressed out, worried about whether they were going to maintain A's all year, not really knowing where they stood, being able to retake things but not understanding when they could do it and how it was going to work out for them. So them seeing every single teacher in that grade level was a lot for them because they didn't really have a basis of one teacher to actually turn to who knew where they were and what they needed at that point. The relationships with the teachers was disconnected. There wasn't really a grasp for a kid. They're already intimidated as it is to go to a teacher and ask for help. So to not have one that they actually could go to, that they saw consistently, was a big problem for us. This year, of course, the teachers and the administration are so much easier to access. My kids have a completely different attitude towards online learning because the pressure has been removed. The pressure last year was it was just tremendous that these kids went from loving school and then going to, I don't know if I'm going to catch up. I'm working on breaks. They're taking computers on vacation to catch up with this online process. So now that that pressure has been removed, I think the approach has been more accepting for the students, especially mine, because it seems to be more attainable for them. I see a big difference in the school this year. I've always been a parent that goes to the school, helps out with the school, whatever the teachers need, whatever the staff needs. I see the difference where the stress level from last year was, and it was just a lot of stress on everyone. This year, it's much more inviting. We have a lot of parents that come in and help a lot more this year, help with the teachers or whatever lunches or anything that we do for them. So you feel the difference of the atmosphere in the building. It's a lot better off. So I, for one, we've been in Luella since kindergarten. I love our cluster. I love to see the difference that it's, made in a year for us, because we too were at the point where, do we need to pull the girls? Do we need to change schools? And just the staff that we have now and the changes that they've made in this short of time, I couldn't ask for better. I absolutely love them. So I'm happy, and we're happy to be Lions. So now you hear from my daughter.
kids weren't focused about their grades, it led to trauma, behavior issues, and restrictions from certain activities. This year, online learning is optional and is used as a tool. We get to choose how we want to learn, whether it be on technology or small group. Now we only have 4 teachers for each academic subject. This helps a lot because I feel like I know my teacher and the schedule isn't so confusing. We also have more Fridays for work we need to catch up on or get ahead. Teachers this year actually help to ensure that you're retaining the content you're learning. This has had a more positive effect on me and my learning.
Hi, my name is Haley Miller. Last year at Luella Middle School, my school started personalized learning. We started off the year with 3 major schedule changes, and for me, it was confusing and difficult to keep up with. We also did online learning all year. In every class, we had to do tons and tons of work. All of the work made me fall behind, and I had to use all my breaks, such as winter break, Thanksgiving break, and fall break, pretty much every break. And it led me to a bunch of stress, and I felt rushed. Because I was behind, I had to use all my breaks as I said. Sorry, that. This year is totally different. We have small groups of teachers actually teaching. We've stuck to one schedule this year as well. I'm passing this year like last year. And I haven't touched ingenuity. Because of that, I got to enjoy my breaks.
Hello, I'm Kelly Iverson, the personalized learning coach at Luella Middle School. Our teachers have been supported by myself as a personalized learning coach, the project manager, district personnel and consultants, through professional development sessions focused on depth of knowledge, project-based learning, and best instructional practices. As mentioned earlier, there were surveys conducted to determine when for students and parents. However, we conducted surveys and a needs assessment for teachers to determine their process of what they needed in this process of personalized learning. Our teachers have worked tirelessly in adjusting to the personalized learning process and philosophy to ensure that they are meeting the needs of their students. Teachers participated in a week-long summer institute of professional development training and even ventured as far as California to infuse research-based strategies and incorporate the use of technology through personalized learning. Additionally, our teachers engage in ongoing weekly professional development activities through their grade level meetings and collaborative planning sessions. This semester, our focus is to continue to support our teachers through professional development activities on rigor, depth of knowledge, the implementation of project-based learning, and continuing the use of data-driven instruction and decisions to increase student achievement and enhance teacher effectiveness. Our goal for the 2016-2017 school year is to begin to incorporate connections pathways by integrating the arts with core academics and develop capstone projects. As stated earlier, this has been a journey and there's still more work to be done. However, we believe that our students and teachers at Luella are well capable of soaring to higher heights with personalized learning. Thank you.
As you can tell, it's been a busy semester. We've made a lot of gains, but there's still a lot of work to be done. We plan to continue to use a variety of data, not just student achievement, but students' attendance, behavior, our walkthroughs, that we gather data from a variety of visitors within our building to help us guide our next steps. We want to monitor both our progress and that of our students to continue to improve what we're doing at Luella Middle School and meet the needs of our students. When asked about the progress at Luella Middle School, I would say that it's been a very thoughtful, intentional journey this year. I would say that the main thing, the biggest success we've had is our work in getting to know the families and students that we support and in using this information to guide our work. Each student meets all of our 837 students and their individual stories. And each of those stories are why we're here. Thank you for your support and the support of our district in helping us to do this work, learn these stories, and share them with you today.